Welcome back to Take a Pitch. How y'all doing?
Great.
Crazy week.
Insane.
Crazy weekend.
Stuff happened.
A few things.
Stuff, yeah.
Well, wasn't glued to my couch for 5 straight hours on Friday or anything. But.
Yeah, how was that shit? Like all the deadline coverage?
What'd you watch, Mike? ESPN or MLB Network?
No, MLB Network.
Yeah, I did MLB Network. They do too many commercials, though.
They do, but I like listening to O'Dowd is good. Like I like his.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Especially from a GM's perspective.
Yeah, but like when Chris Bryant got traded, like I saw it on Twitter, and they go to commercial break. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that was kind of crazy. Well, because it's after 4 o'clock when that happens.
That's true.
It's just like they have no clue when it's
that happened before 4 o'clock.
Did it?
Yeah, I remember looking at
something.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, they just got.
Oh, was that whenever I don't forget who the host
was?
Was
that like 3:54 or whatever it was? Yeah, something like ridiculous.
Was it when he goes, "Yeah, we're gonna go take one last commercial break before the final minutes"? Yeah, they can't control it.
Yeah, schedule timing.
No, yeah, I know. I mean, other than that, it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch any of it.
Did you watch ESPN, Billy, or did you watch it?
I watched MLB Network. I mean, kinda. Like as much as I could while I was pumping out as many edits as I could.
I mean, all you really got to do is refresh Twitter, man. You follow the right people.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing all day at work.
I turn on my notifications for passing and fine sand on like Monday.
And I was sitting there literally just refreshing, and shit would pop up. I'd send it in the group chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mackie, you and I were literally on top of tweets like every time.
Yeah, man.
Late.
Competition now.
Yeah, I'd fire off like 3 in a row, and I'm like, "Is Macca dead? Did he break his thumb?"
Sometimes I'd have to go pee or something.
Breaking the thumbs, refreshing everything.
So before we get into the trade talk,
honestly, Max, a lot did happen.
Yeah, you pick a topic.
I mean, we'll start with the fact that Tatis got hurt again, another shoulder injury.
Yep.
Subluxation, I think, again.
Yep.
He never recovered. Like he never actually rested the first one.
Yeah. How long was he out? 2 days?
10 days. 10 days. He was on the IL, right?
Yeah. Was he?
And he came back 10 days. But like the injury itself takes what? I think 3 weeks. I think we said at the time.
I don't remember.
We were reading at it.
It takes longer than 10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way how vicious he swings, it was bound to happen again.
I mean, but he changed his swing up a little bit to not come
it's still vicious.
Yeah, but more backloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's he's not really, it's not the same thing.
No.
Of course it was granted to happen again. He didn't get it fixed.
There's so much pressure on his shoulder.
Yeah. He didn't get it repaired. It's gonna happen again, obviously.
Yeah, and hopefully, I mean, granted, with everything going on, playoff push and everything, I don't think he'll get it fixed again.
No.
Not until the offseason.
Not until the offseason, in which case he could be looking at, another injury down in September. Hope, who knows?
He might have to get surgery now.
I mean, hopefully not, but yeah. Because I don't think it's not a tear of anything, right? It's just
it's
like pops out or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like it popped out.
I think it has something to do with the labrum, actually, from what I was reading on Twitter.
Yeah.
Someone said
you read on Twitter.
Well, no, there was a former player who tweeted that he had like same issue. I forgot who it was. I don't remember when it was, but he had the same issue. Had to repair my labrum or whatever.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, I forgot who it was.
I know exactly who it was.
Who?
My bad. MLB Marathon.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking hate that guy.
I have nothing against him. I think it's funny.
I hate him. I straight up hate him. I hate people that are fake reporters.
Yeah, that's
fake sources. Shit. They did it in the off season too.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Breaking news, guys. My sources say that Macca hates MLB Marathon.
I straight up hate him, man. I don't hate him like as people. I just whoever runs the account.
You hate the account. You hate the account. You don't hate the person.
Yeah,
the account.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to hate the person too. It's okay.
Might be decent people, but run a shitty account.
Very true. Yeah, it's clickbait. They're clickbaiting.
But
Like, would you ever actually believe that somebody with the name MLB Marathon is a reliable source, though? People
They
do,
just
though,
tweet
in the
stupid
replies.
shit. They'll be like, source, there's gonna be a big move happening today. All right, what source? Like, who the fuck are you?
I think next trade deadline, I'm gonna take to our Twitter, and be like, sources say that Chris Bryant will be moved today, or whoever the big rental is. Sources say he will be moved today prior to 4 p.m.
Make a fake account next deadline and just start tweeting shit, and people will believe it.
That's very true.
We'll get into the deadline tweets. We have to call out our friend Bob
Wait,
later on.
Dude, in the offseason, they had a ton of people believe that the Yankees traded for Luis Castillo. That's when that pissed me off.
Yeah,
I remember that. I think you sent that to us, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, definitely.
I think we talked about it on the podcast too.
Probably.
Anyway, so yeah, Tatis hurt again on 10-day IL, I believe.
He'll be back. He'll be fine.
It's comes at a really bad time for the Padres, trying to keep pace with the Dodgers and the Giants, who both made big moves this week. I mean, what do you guys think about this Padres situation? Because obviously they have a team full of all-stars and capable players.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Last time, well, Cronenworth, he's, by trade a shortstop, so he'll fill in there.
I think,
or Kim.
Kim, yeah.
He'll play there, or, anybody. Yeah.
I mean, their infield is still.
And then they have
Frazier,
they have depth.
Machado, like they have.
Yeah, they have a ton of depth.
Yeah, Machado's a shortstop by trade too.
Yeah, he ain't playing shortstop though.
What else happened? Joey Votto, 7 straight games with a home run, and he was funny about it too. He's like, if somebody asked him like, what happened? What's sparked the change? He goes, I've been trying to hit home runs. Like, dude, straight up is like one of the most blunt motherfuckers in baseball.
Yeah, he's got a weird sense of humor.
It's kind of entertaining. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is.
That Reds clubhouse has some characters. Jesse Winker too.
Jesse Winker. Yeah.
Where
and what did he do? So
so a Mets fan had a sign, Jesse Winker, you're straight up a bitch.
Oh, is that what it said?
That's what the sign said. That's what the sign said.
I just saw it during the broadcast that Gary was talking about it.
Yeah, the sign said you're straight up a bitch. So Winker comes out next half inning, has a right to know on the ball, throws to the kid, signs it. And the kid's like, oh, thank you, And then Winker's literally telling him, read the ball.
Yeah, he was like, read the ball. Yeah.
Read it, yeah. And I think it said, what, love the sign. I'm collecting signs from every ballpark or whatever they like. Which is cool. Great to have fans back. It's interesting that he chose that one.
It's Jesse Winker, man. I mean,
that dude's a fucking weirdo.
That doesn't surprise me too much. He probably has a flip phone too.
Yeah, Castellanos. Yeah, they have some characters over there.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Cincinnati Reds team is interesting. So Votto homers in 7 straight games, a new Reds record, one shy of the major league record. So shout out to Joey Votto there.
Mm-hmm.
Almost had 8 though.
He did. He was about
missed it by a foot, right?
A foot away, I guess.
Yeah,
a little bit less. It hit the orange.
Just like Javi was. Javi was about 2 feet away today from going deep.
Javi was about like 6 feet away,
but either way, close, very close.
Yeah.
Harry Francona stepping aside. I don't know what his contract is, but he's stepping aside due to health issues.
He's got more time.
I think he's got 2 years left on a contract.
I'm not sure. I just
something
know
like that.
I just know on MLB Network they said that he'll be back next year.
Okay, good. Yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious and that he gets taken care of. One of the great guys in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
When
he had health issues a few years back.
He's had health
right?
problems. Yeah, 2 years ago, I think. Yeah. I think once or twice with the Red Sox and now a couple of times with the Indians or Guardians. But yeah. What else we got? Saturday, 𝒑𝒏𝒈
Zavala. What'd you say?
Zavala.
Zavala. Zavala.
It's Zevala.
No, it ain't.
Bro, I literally took it right off of MLB Network. I'm not MLB Network. MLB.
I took it off MLB too.
Oh, I'm autistic and read it wrong.
All right, Tippy, go on.
Anyway, first player in MLB history to have his first 3 homers in the same game. Cool. 3-homer game. Not a bad way to start your major league career hitting dingers.
How many games did he play prior?
I think like 4 or 6, something like that, maybe.
All right.
Find out.
Nah, we're cool.
Can you imagine if you did that like your first game ever, hit 3 dingers?
Yeah, why not?
First game, that'd be pretty fucking awesome.
That's probably what I would do if I made my MLB debut.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably hit 4 actually.
18th
And you
game
hit
in
for
the
the
majors.
cycle, right? You hit for the cycle and home runs.
Yeah, at least. Well, I would probably hit 4 home runs and hit for the cycle in the same game. I would just carry the team.
So yeah, two solo shots and a grand slam. It's his
Mhm.
18th career major league game after he was recalled from Charlotte on July 6th to replace Grandal. Pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Hats off to him. Also, no matter who it is. What else we got?
Anaheim.
Jonah Heim, yeah. You know, Macca made a good point about the Mariners trading their closer, who's having a great year, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Yeah, it's back-to-back walk-off homers against the Mariners, and it's not a good look for this Mariners club trying to stay in the playoff race at all.
Eh.
You think they'll be fine?
No, I just don't think that they're sold on trying to even make the playoffs.
Hot take right there, even though it's not really that hot.
Not hot.
The Seattle
No.
Mariners. This is
Not a playoff
This is in
team.
the early 2000s. So,
Had a couple hot weeks. They're not a playoff team.
You don't think so?
no,
All right.
not at all.
What'd
So
you
yeah,
say,
Jonah
man?
Heim back-to-back walk-off homers.
Mhm.
Pretty cool for the rookie. What else we got? Let's see. Chris Sale is going to be coming back soon, making his 2021 debut soon, supposedly. I think he's working in some rehab games now. 2 years since we last saw Chris Sale.
Feels like longer than that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's almost
yeah,
19.
2019, yeah.
like early 19, though, right?
I guess that's 2 years.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it could be coming back for the Red Sox, which would be a huge boost because, as Billy has been very vocal, their rotation is garbage.
It's really not as bad as you
It's
think.
not. But adding Chris Sale, that's a huge
I mean,
boost.
it helps. I
Eh.
mean, Evaldi's been an ace, so I mean,
Yeah, Evaldi's been good.
they just have some quality arms. Like Eduardo Rodriguez has bad like numbers, but his under the hood numbers are good. Pavetta's been serviceable.
Pavetta's been good for Pavetta.
Yeah, I mean,
His
Yeah,
favorite pitcher, Tanner Hawk.
yeah, he's gross.
It's filthy. He's a righty Chris Sale.
But the thing with Sale is, even if he comes back, how much is he going to be pitching?
Right, and how effective is he going to be, too?
Yeah. I really highly doubt that Chris Sale is going to be throwing 97, 98 coming back.
What was it,
He's
Tommy
in
John?
Yeah, he's doing it in his minor league starts. I don't know if
Is
he'll
he?
be able to do it. Yeah, I don't know if he'd be able to do it in a major league start for 7 innings, but
No, yeah. He's going to, it's going to be like very similar to, like Carlos Carrasco. Difference with Carlos Carrasco, though, is his was just a hamstring injury. So he was able to work with his arm the entire time.
Right.
Whereas Chris Sale couldn't throw for a fucking year.
Although, again, it might help save his arm, too, long term. Taking that age off of the arm, giving it a year to rest.
That dude,
You never know with
dude,
how his arm action is.
my Apple iPhone charger has more muscle mass than that motherfucker has on every fucking part of his body. He is a string bean. He is a fucking spaghetti boy.
Carl Edwards Jr.
He makes Carl Edwards Jr. look like the fucking Hulk. He is tiny, dude. And he's fucking, what, 6'6"?
Like, yeah, 6'6", like 160 soaking wet. Yeah.
I think he's more like 120, but yeah.
It's a little unhealthy, but all right.
Might not be the healthiest. But yeah, so Sale's nearing his return.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Does a healthy Chris Sale make the Red Sox a threat?
What?
Sure.
Yes.
I
Already a
don't think it's
threat.
enough.
I
Was
think
that
they're
Mike?
already a threat.
It's enough.
I don't. Yeah, I agree with Mike on that. It's not enough for the entire rotation. Like you can't expect him to come back. He's not going to have a full postseason.
Right.
Like he's not going to be able to be that guy that comes in and fucking throws 7 innings or, pitches one day and then he's in relief the next day. He's not going to be able to do that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think they'd force him to do that anyways. Like,
No.
even if they're in a pennant race, like I don't think
They're,
you're
yeah,
thinking more long term with him.
exactly.
You can't just blow him out. I mean, they
Yeah,
could.
they
I
signed him
don't
to
know.
a
I don't
big
think they
contract
will.
too.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but they could.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The last biggest one I have at least. Kumar Rocker and the Mets did not agree to a deal. This one can only be described as LOL Mets.
Well, we should probably read the Boris statement. Do you have that handy?
Don't have it prepared, but our friend Bob Nightingale tweeted out his source, being a direct text from Scott Boras. So let me grab that real quick.
Another Scott Boras puppet, huh? Him and Heyman.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Him and Heyman puppets.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Kumar Rocker is healthy, according to independent medical review by multiple prominent baseball orthopedic surgeons. Immediately upon conclusion of his collegiate season, he had an MRI on both his shoulder and his elbow. When compared to his 2018 MRIs, the medical experts found no significant change. Kumar requires no medical attention and will continue to pitch in the regular course as he prepares to begin his professional career. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good look for the Mets. Now, I was just sent something by friend Jake Spielberg, a tweet from John Boy. Kind of going through the Kumar Rocker timeline here. Did not participate in the pre-draft MRI, as most top prospects don't. Mets drafted 10th overall. Mets then checked medicals. And because he didn't get the pre-draft MRI, the Mets don't have to offer him a deal, by the way. So they don't save money and get the 11th round pick, the 11th overall pick, next year's compensation. So because he did not take part in the pre-draft MRIs, he is not required to, like, they can get away with not offering him a deal.
Yep.
Which is very interesting to me. Thus, bringing up 2 questions. One, why'd they draft him? Was it because maybe they didn't think he'd fall that far, so they didn't do their due diligence? Which, it's possible.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, how many of us thought Kumar Rocker was getting past the Angels?
Anybody with brains, because the Angels have none.
Oh, wow.
Shit. All right.
That came in hot.
Am I wrong? And no, not at all. And then why refuse a pre-draft MRI when you know there's a potential outcome of doing so?
Maybe he knew something.
Who, Kumar?
Yeah.
We didn't want to go on an MRI machine.
They literally should make it mandatory. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you really should. I agree with that.
What, the pre-draft MRI?
Yes.
Yeah.
They do it in every other sport.
So the pre-draft MRI, what happens is that report gets sent to all 30 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he was trying to hide something. I don't know.
But what is there to hide? So, like, what if the Mets draft him and then they sign him, right? Right, and then he pitches, and then maybe after a couple starts or whatever, he gets hurt. Like, what is the problem?
But that's what I said earlier.
He's a young kid. He's not gonna, his arm's not gonna fall off. It's like he's never gonna throw again.
Exactly. He's a big, strong kid too.
Let's think about how many guys have gotten drafted and gotten hurt afterwards.
Steven Matz.
Yeah.
Dude, there's been guys that have been drafted coming in knowing that they're getting Tommy John surgery.
Thomas 𝒂𝒂𝒆 𝑧
Mm-hmm. So
He's
now
one.
Keith Law was the one who made this.
I'm by the way, if you noticed, those were all three drafted by the Mets.
Right.
That was my point there.
Under a different regime, though.
To me, it's a bad look for the Mets. Like a bad look to not just give him because they don't want to spend the $6 million. That's the way it looks to me.
It happened to another pitcher, and that pitcher didn't make it past Double-A.
Right, Brady Aiken in the Astros. Elbow was a concern. He declined the final offer of $3.1 million. Drafted by Cleveland next year, signed for $2.5. Ended up blowing out his elbow. Never threw a pitch above Class A.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Law even said, he found out before we found out with the Keith Law, MLB Insider. He actually had a malformation that made a probability of a successful Tommy John lower than it is for most pitchers, which is really interesting, actually.
Makes sense.
So again, we don't know what the Mets saw and what the team doctors saw. Now, then again, as Mets fans, we are trained not to trust Mets team doctors. So Kumar might be on the right side here, but again, we don't know what they saw. We don't know all of that stuff.
It's going to be a tough look when he gets drafted and then comes up in like 3 years and
throws a no-hitter against the Mets or two. Yeah.
I don't know what to say, no hitter, but becomes a quality starter. And it's like, well,
he's got the stuff to throw no. We all know that.
Well, you saw that he opted not to go back to Vanderbilt, right?
Yeah, and he's not going to go back to Vanderbilt.
So he's just going to have a whole year of rest. He's going to have a whole year of rest.
He's just going to train for the draft.
Yep.
You can't forget what Steve Cohen said.
Yes.
So you have that
Steve Cohen tweeted out. Where did it go? I had it.
I have it. Do you want me to say it?
Draft picks are 5
I got it. Education time. Baseball draft picks are worth up to 5 times their slot value to clubs. I never shy away from investments that can make me that type of return.
Yep.
Now we're playing Steve Cohen versus Scott Boras.
Battle of Titans.
Really is.
The Wilpons tried that one, and after Beltron, we didn't get a Boris client ever again. So,
round 2, let's go.
I think I remember Steve Cohen actually wants to spend money. So,
yes, that is true. So it's different type of feud, but
so yeah, that's I'd say that's the weekend review. Really, all the big topics there.
Yeah.
What are your final thoughts on Kumar Rocker situation?
Bad.
Not ideal.
Like, I'm not surprised that it happened.
Not at all.
Not because the Mets relax, because of how far he fell. Why else would he fall? Teams knew something. They had an inkling. They didn't want to take the chance. Mets took the chance. Now we get number 11, and by the looks of it, probably fucking the 12th pick too. So I digress.
Now that's the one thing I was wondering. Like, do they just push back the rest of the round and slot the Mets in at 11, and then the regularly scheduled pick? Is that how that works?
I guess. I don't know.
Say again? Sorry.
I said, do they just slot the Mets at 11 and then the rest of the draft order, and then where the Mets also pick wherever they were supposed to? So the Mets will have 2 first-round picks next year.
Correct.
Yeah, they definitely
11 and wherever.
Yeah. So there could be some strategy to it here. If the Mets were to sign like Chris Bryant, like if he gets
a first-round pick, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if they give it up and then they get the 11th pick again next year, while also signing someone and not giving up, we're obviously not going to finish. We're not going to finish in the top, the bottom 10, obviously. So
yeah,
we could,
what did you say?
Could go after somebody with a qualifying offer and, give up.
Not have to worry about it. Yeah. Now, what did you say, Billy, about how they're going to change everything on us because the CBA is up?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck did I say?
The CBA is up. I think the group chat, but
yeah, those are the chat.
Oh, I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, lockout looming and all that fun stuff.
I don't think they'll touch the draft, but
you don't think so?
Nah. Dude, I mean, do you see how many flaws do you see with the draft? Do you see a lot?
The draft is also such a crapshoot anyway.
Yeah,
it's true.
No, it really
most people, I feel like nowadays a lot of GMs are focusing on international draft pools rather than
Them younger, you could train them more.
Yeah, exactly. Younger, cheaper.
Oh
More
yeah.
value, that's it.
That's what it was. That I saw this on Twitter that it's in the CBA rules, for the for the comp pick if you lose a draft pick. So if they don't sign it, that's part of this deal, obviously, right? So I said, like, watch them change that and take that out, and you don't get the you don't get the compensation pick, so we wouldn't get number 11 next year. That would just be
Okay,
the
gotcha.
that would be the butter on the bread, man.
That would be LOL Mets.
That would be rough.
That would be just luck of the Mets right there.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. Lots to talk about because trade deadline was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fucking easily one of the craziest trade deadlines that I can remember, at least.
That was the craziest.
Yeah.
I mean, 2016 was good, but
the price of rentals was
sky
sky high this year for some of these guys.
Yeah. Well, they forced it to be that way. MLB helped get it to that. Taking away the waiver trades too.
And Sandy Alderson said it best. It's good for baseball to see this many teams buying or trying to buy or being active.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to. There's no waiver.
Yeah.
No waivers.
You don't have
last chance to get to add to your team.
Best shot.
This is anybody that's in your organization. This is it.
Yep. Some big names were moved.
A lot of big names were moved.
A lot of big names. 10 All-Stars were moved at the deadline on deadline day, right?
Most ever.
I thought it was second most, but I could be wrong. I thought it was the day with 11. I forgot where. Could be wrong. Regardless, a ton of All-Stars moved. Where are we gonna start, Billy?
I mean, start at the beginning, really. I mean, I don't have the edit for it, but you really start at the beginning with Jock Peterson.
Yeah,
he was the first trade, really.
That was the first big name to move, and Jock and I got along real well this week. By the way,
that's right.
He ignored me all game, except for 2 times when I asked if he was a fan of blonde and brunettes. I catch a mustard. Big mustard guy, apparently.
How do you know he's a big mustard guy, though?
He was very emphatic.
Very emphatic.
Is he doing that?
Nah, he just did this.
Did he do that both times?
Both times.
So maybe he was just saying, like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to play right.
Could be, yeah. I was trying to be friendly with him. I had kids around me. I had to be.
You should have switched it up, and then so that you could have seen if he actually switched to his other hand.
It's true. Big fan of brunettes, though, apparently. And it checks out. His wife is brunette.
Yeah.
Yep. Did a little research there. Yeah, Jock Peterson. Not a fan of Take a Pitch, I guess.
We're just not a fan of you.
Very true. Right. It wouldn't be the first MLB player not to be a fan of me.
That is true. You have a feud with an Olympian.
Yeah, an Olympian. Oh, I had, yeah. It was a little light feud.
I don't know. I think he'd still fucking want to kick your ass if he can.
You know what? I will invite him onto the podcast, and we will have a chat if he decides to accept.
All right. Anyway. Peterson.
So yeah, Jock
was
Peterson
the first trade.
Mm-hmm.
That was weeks ago. We already touched on that. Then what was really the next one? Well, the first big one for like within the past week or so was Adam Frazier, which I think we touched on last week, right?
26.
I believe so.
I think so.
So that was a week ago.
Yes. So I think it happened earlier that day.
It happened that morning, that afternoon, yeah.
Well, Adam Frazier is on the Padres. And then the next trade after that would be
Andrew Chafin.
Why is it not going?
Chafin went to the A's.
There we go.
Oh, good deal for the A's grabbing Chafin.
Yeah.
Underrated.
I mean,
you see what he tweeted out the day after?
These guys
couple days after. He
I
wants
did,
to live on
yeah.
a boat now.
What?
He's asking A's fans to help him find a boat to live on. They can take out fishing on the off days.
So anybody who helps, like, get him a case of beer or something.
Yeah,
Interesting.
seems like a cool
Say
dude.
least. Say least.
I'm very glad he didn't
Typical
go to the Yankees though,
American.
because his facial hair is elite.
He'd be able to keep
He
that.
could have the mustache on the Yankees.
True.
Keep the
Forgot
can you
about
keep
that.
the afro though?
It just
Not
it has
past
to
his
be up,
shoulders.
it has to be above the collar. Yeah.
One of the dumbest rules in sports. Anyway, A's definitely helped their bullpen with the addition of Chafin. He's having a good year.
Yeah.
What's next?
Next would be everyone's favorite.
Yeah, the one that made
Kendall
absolutely
Graveman and Rafael Montero to
0
the
sense.
Houston Astros, and the Astros sent back to the Seattle Mariners Joe Smith and Abraham Toro.
Smith's reliable. Toro's got 4 years of team control. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you can say on the Mariners end of this. Am I wrong? Like,
I still don't understand it, obviously. I mean, I guess they see something in Toro as, you know, the future third baseman, because Seager's not coming back.
yeah,
Beyond that, I guess they could see you know, Kendall Graveman as a bust for the year. Like he's just having a, you know, one good year. You know?
yeah. Listen, but apparently he's a favorite amongst in the clubhouse. I mean, we lost Mike, by the way, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Won't be the first time, won't be the last. But again, apparently Graveman was a favorite among the players and didn't go over well. Apparently, guys are crying, guys are pissed off.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just
some
a
of-
bad look when
And
you're
a guy
in
we
the
can only
wild card hunt.
assume, a guy we can only assume
Yeah,
was
he-
Kyle Seager.
He had
It was like some things never change.
he had a sub 1 ERA. Has a
He's
sub
their-
1 ERA.
He's their closer, and then you just trade him. It just
And
made no
Montero
sense.
wasn't having a bad year.
He had a 7 ERA. I wouldn't say that's great.
Did he really? I didn't realize it was that
Yeah,
that
he's
bad.
not very good. No, he's
He had a good year last year, and he had a decent year in 2019. But
He had a decent start to the year too.
yeah, ish.
I didn't realize his shit was that high now. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's up
still
in
don't
the
get this
7.
trade.
He was hurt for a while too, though. Yeah, I
Still don't
don't get it either. But I mean, what do you guys rate this trade? Let's do that.
For the Astros, a 10.
1 to 10.
Astros, I give it a 9.
Perfect trade for them.
Mariners, I give it a 3.
Yeah, I'd say around there.
Oh,
Like, at least
2
you
or
get an
3.
infielder and a reliever out of it.
Yeah.
the Toro is, I believe, 24. He's relatively young.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of control, so
Yeah,
he'll be there for a while.
Yeah, 4 years. Yep.
yeah. So 4.
4 years. Team
When he
control,
come
yep.
up?
Well, he was there for Verlander's no hitter.
Oh, okay.
He was there. I think he came at the end of 18 too.
Yeah, that wouldn't affect it though. The end.
Right.
But
So
next trade.
yeah, the Tyler Anderson shit show.
Yeah. Originally reported as going to the Phillies. I don't even remember who it was for.
For a couple of prospects.
Yeah, nobody's.
Some slabs.
Yeah, some Blake Snells. And yeah, that fell
So
through.
yeah, this was kind of
'cause-
the Mariners buying, I guess, after selling.
No, this is their big move to make it all make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Traded
yeah.
a couple of nobody prospects to the Pirates in exchange for Tyler Anderson.
The Phillies guy, I believe it was the catcher, the prospect that was going to be in
Medically,
return, and I believe he had a hip injury that they thought could develop into something worse, is what I saw.
Well, hopefully it doesn't for him, and hopefully they were wrong there. But again,
Yeah,
the trade was agreed upon. This is the day he's supposed to start too, so he's out there throwing a bullpen trying to get his regular work in. Trade is already reported, but he's out there in a Pirates uniform, getting his work in. Traded. It's crazy.
that's how baseball works as a pitcher, man. If you're supposed to pitch that day, you got to throw.
You're throwing. Yep. Whether you get traded or not. Yep.
Got to simulate. I mean, you
Yep.
can't just, you know, if he got traded, what's he gonna do? You know,
Yeah.
he's just gonna stop where he is, and he doesn't like fucking drop everything he has and fucking run to the closest airport. No, he's gonna stay there. He's gonna be there for a little while. finish up his bullpen, and then he'll get going. That's simple.
Yes, sir.
So ratings.
Give it a 5. Depth
5.
piece. Yeah, get some innings out of him, I guess.
Right. Max.
One of those things where just okay. It's one of those trades you just look at and be like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Get a
It's like-
mediocre pitcher that gets some
Yeah,
innings.
he's having a good year. You know,
Good.
the Pirates obviously sold high on him
Good.
comparably.
I mean, I guess who you're comparing it to, but yeah,
But-
it's an okay trade. I mean, it's really
Nothing
it's
special,
really-
nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
have the timestamp there, 11:45 p.m.
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure that everyone knew that it was before,
Officially,
yeah,
before that day.
day.
Yep.
And then the next, this was the same night. It was earlier in the night though. The Yankees sent Luis Cessa and Justin Wilson, Mac's favorite reliever in Yankee history, to the Cincinnati Reds. In return, they have a player to be named later.
I mean, listen, we said this when this happened. The Reds are buying. They're looking at the bullpen's really the biggest weakness they have, and this is a way to help out. Cessa's had a good season. He's not a bad reliever, even though he took the loss on Friday or Saturday, right? Saturday.
Saturday.
Wilson just might need to change of scenery. You know.
Yeah.
He was hurt and looked good today against the Mets in his 1 inning of work. I mean, Wilson's a guy who's proven that he gets the job done in the past.
Yeah.
So to have a veteran like that in the bullpen, where it's a bunch of young guys in and out, looks like it's a good trade for the Reds. I like it. I give it an 8.
Macker.
We'll give it a 7. You get some bullpen depth, quality arm, a veteran.
And I mean, what was this? This was just
Shed a
clearing
little
cap for the
cash.
Yanks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really all it was. And then same night, they
Good trade.
the Reds acquired Michael Givens from the Colorado Rockies, and they got Noah Davis and Case Williams in return.
Interesting story. Case Williams was actually drafted by the Rockies, traded in the Jeff Hoffman trade to the Reds.
Jeff Hoffman. I like the way you said that. You're like kind of fancy. Jeff Hoffman.
Thank you up, right?
Yeah.
No, Givens, reliable reliever.
Yeah. He's having a good year.
Has never been on a good team, ever.
What? 2015 Orioles? They weren't good.
He was on that team.
Yeah.
I know he came up that by then.
But he's been around for a while.
Really, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Still with the Orioles. Anyway, good back end piece for the Reds.
Yeah.
I've had them avoid using 𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈 all weekend against 𝒑𝒓𝒏𝒈 𝑑𝒓𝒐𝒅𝒖𝒄𝒂𝒔𝒕. And yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, it's just a solid trade for the Reds, who
Didn't give up
desperately
too
needed
much. Yeah.
bullpen help.
They're buying, but they're buying a bullpen, which is really their weakness. Yeah.
That's really their only weakness.
Well,
That
and
team
defense.
can hit with
And
anyone.
defense.
And defense, that is very true. They do have very, very bad defense.
They
It's
do
so
have
bad.
decent defenders, but they just don't play them. Like 𝒂𝒂💂 is a good defender.
That's true.
Yeah, but he can't hit for dick.
I mean, you need a trade off somewhere.
That is very true. Aquino's not
Not a terrible fielder.
not that
He's no
bad.
schlub, yeah.
He's got a decent arm too.
Big dude.
All right, you want to rate this?
Give it an 8.
Yeah, around there, yeah.
I like that. All right,
The Rockies did all right in that one.
the first, I guess, big trade.
Yeah,
Really,
this one.
this was a
this one
surprise
interesting.
trade.
Yeah.
Starling Marte went from the Marlins to the Oakland Athletics, and in return, the Marlins acquired Jesus Luzardo,
I like
Miami
that one.
native.
Yeah, Miami's paying Marte's salary the rest of his salary for this year. He's free agent at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I like this trade a lot.
I think it's a win-win for both sides.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
I think it's blind robbery.
It kind of is. I agree with that.
I mean, you
but
can't.
like
I
for the
think
rest
it's
of the
tough.
year,
I think it's tough because Luzardo's been bad, so you can't really say.
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
dude, he's got control until
Ton of-
2025.
Ton of potential. We've
Yeah,
seen what
he's-
he's done. I mean,
Like what he can be.
yeah. Last
Top of the
year he
line
was filthy.
rotation. Like
Okay.
Or was that 2 years ago?
But 2 years ago, I think. But again, you're adding Jesus Luzardo to a rotation with Sixto Sanchez, Sandy Alcantara, Pablo Lopez, a ton of talent, and this young talent coming up, Max Meyer, I think is another one.
Max Meyer,
Trevor Rogers.
Trevor Rogers.
Trevor Rod, yeah. There's a
Sixto.
ton of talent in this Miami rotation, and they're the whole staff.
And,
Oh, by the way, happy birthday to Jose Fernandez.
Oh yeah,
His birthday yesterday.
yeah, Mike.
So I was listening to Starting Nine when this trade went down, and Dallas was talking about how they were changing what Jesus Luzardo was doing. Instead of him being a two-seam pitcher and letting him throw low in the zone, they wanted him to throw up in the zone, throw four seams. So that is why he was struggling.
There you go. That's very common now.
They're doing
That's
the
what
same
teaching
shit that they're
everyone.
doing with Tyone.
Yeah.
To start at least. And I think Miami will just let him run with his two seams. Just let him go.
Probably. I mean, they clearly know what they're doing now, with these pitchers. They're pumping out all these young studs, so
Yeah.
doing something right. A's gave up on him very quickly.
Yeah, you
Crazy.
you said that to me. You're like, I can't believe they gave up on him just like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked Luzardo since I fucking first time I saw him pitch in the minor when he was in the minor leagues. First time I heard his name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you see a window to
years ago.
win, you got to part ways with somebody.
That is true. And if they're weighing you down right now, and you're gonna get a piece to help you, Marte's having a great year.
Mm-hmm.
He's a semi-5 tool player, I guess. So
The first big trade for
it was a big
Marlins
trade for both
GM.
sides.
For the Marlins GM, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
First trade.
That's her
Good
first
trade.
trade.
It's a pretty good trade for her.
Damn good trade.
Unless she made a trade back in the off season, but
But this is
It's
the
a
first
great-
big
it's a-
one. Yeah, fantastic deal. When, as Macca said, it's a win-win.
for now,
And if the A's can make a run, looks even better.
yeah, exactly. Want to give it a rating?
And
Give it a 9, both sides.
Mike?
I think the Marlins won it, but I mean, I don't know, 6 for the A's, 9 for the Marlins.
Okay.
nice.
Solid. All right, we got another big trade. Eduardo Escobar.
Yeah, this one was weird.
He went from the Diamondbacks to the Brewers. In return, the Diamondbacks acquired Cooper Hummel, and they also got someone else, which I missed. I don't remember who it was, so he's probably irrelevant. Cooper Hummel is
The key guy.
the piece.
Yeah, I would have thought Escobar would have netted a couple of different like top 15 guys.
You're a rental?
Yes, he's a rental.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having like a weird year. Like his slash line
is.
isn't really good, but he's hitting homers and jogging runs.
Mhm.
He just doesn't get on base.
He's been clutch too.
It's a good
I mean,
edge
yeah,
for the
he's-
Brewers.
He's a switching power bat, and the Brewers kind of needed that. So
Good defender too.
yeah, he could play a couple of positions in the infield.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
helps.
great pickup for the Brewers.
Yeah, bounced out the lineup, lengthened it out.
They needed a third baseman very badly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's 7.5, 8.
I'd do it.
I like
I'd
that.
Give it an 8. Yeah. I mean, the D-backs could have tried to get more for him, but
I think
Well,
the Brewers could
They
have.
did get another guy, so
I think this is about fair. He's not a great player, and he's a rental, so like, I'm not going to give up anything major.
mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the D-backs really didn't have anything. They were just trying to move it for something. Then they were on a very leveraged on their position.
yeah.
Oh, the other player was Alberto Ciprian.
Yeah, I know.
even though that's
Good guy,
irrelevant.
good guy.
But just fact checking it. All right. Next trade was a big one. Really big
Yeah.
one.
Ooh, that is a
Joey
big one,
Gallo
yeah.
from Texas Rangers to the New York Yankees, along with Joely Rodriguez. And the Rangers acquired Glenn Otto, Ezekiel Duran, Trevor Hauver, and Josh Smith.
Mac, who's the real
Huge
big
fucking
piece
trade.
going to the Rangers there? Is it Duran?
I would say Smith, then Duran,
Yeah.
then probably, I mean,
Otto's good. I've heard of it.
no, yeah, Otto's having a good year in the minors. But the reason why it's not like a loss for the Yankees is because he would have been Rule 5 eligible, and the Yankees would have been, I think, a couple of guys in there. Like, I think Otto and Duran.
Oh,
They would
that's
have been Rule
strategic.
5. They would have been able to protect them on the 40-man. So,
And the
Trade
Rangers
him.
are paying Gallo's salary too, right?
It's just for this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gallo's a free agent?
No, I meant
No.
the salary.
Oh.
I know he has another.
Yeah, he's just they're just paying it for the rest of this year. Correct.
Yeah. I mean, it keeps the Yankees under the luxury tax, which is something that they've been adamant about doing.
Mm-hmm.
they get a lefty power bat. They get another reliever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
That's
have
a fantastic deal for the Yankees.
I think it's
Both
a
sides.
huge win on both sides because the Yankees have a plethora of middle infield prospects,
Yep.
and
two of which 𝒂𝒅𝒏𝒈 and Anthony Volpe will probably be in the major leagues in 2 to 3 years.
Exactly.
So there's no room for Smith and Duran, and you were going to lose two of them anyways. And Trevor Hauver is in low A, so he wouldn't be up for a
And
while.
the Rangers are going to obviously try to pick pieces and build around the ETA of Jack Leiter,
Yeah.
So this is perfect. It's ideal.
Yes, the guy you might see the soonest is probably Otto because he's in AAA right now.
Yeah. I remember using Duran and Smith in our
mock trades.
mock trades. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Duran's
remember
a legit
Duran.
bat.
Yeah.
He's a legit bad power bat.
Mhm. All right. Ratings.
I'll say, and I'll give it an 8.5 on both sides.
I was going to go 9 on both sides.
Yeah. I'd say that area 8.5 works. Yeah.
All right, Hendon. Good
No, I
input.
said I was agreeing with you.
All
I agree with you. I said it like
I
4
might-
times before it was my turn.
Yeah. All right.
right. Next trade. Yimi Garcia from the Marlins to the Astros. Astros gave the Marlins in return Austin Pruitt and Brian De La Cruz.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
Give it a
just-
7 for both. I mean,
yeah. We just
I don't
jump
really
straight to
care
the
about
ratings.
the two
Yeah.
arms the Marlins got, but they're decent.
Garcia's having
some
a
depth.
pretty good year.
Yeah, the Astros got another bullpen arm, so
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, the Astros. I mean, they solidified their bullpen with this. And
I think it's another good trade for both teams.
Yep.
yeah, I
Agreed.
don't know much about the guys the Marlins got, but
I know De La Cruz.
He's got good stuff.
he's with the big leagues.
Yeah.
He's with the big league.
Yeah,
right
no,
now,
they-
too.
They got
Is
good.
he?
I mean, De La Cruz
Yeah,
has good
he was
stuff.
he was up. I saw him. He's on a base path. One of the highlights I saw this weekend.
Oh, cool. So yeah.
I mean, they
all
have, they don't really have that many guys out in that outfield.
right. What?
A plethora
I
of
was,
guys.
I was
do you
talking
mean?
about. I was talking about Pruitt. I meant Pruitt has good stuff.
Pruitt does it. Yeah, Pruitt has really good stuff. What do you mean, Max? What do you mean they don't have a lot of guys
Like
on the outfield?
because they also moved Duvall, which we'll get to in a little bit, but maybe they're trying.
Yeah, they just-
to see what
they
these young
had, like,
guys
two
have.
rookies.
75 center fielders that have been in
The Marlins
AAA.
had two
Yeah,
rookies make their
Monte
debut.
Harrison,
Yeah,
Brinson,
fucking
Brinson.
still there.
Brinson. All right, next one. Brad Hand. Brad Hand went from the Nationals to the Blue Jays. In return, the Nationals acquired catcher Riley Adams.
Didn't he blow his first save?
Did he?
think
I wouldn't be
Brad- I think
surprised.
Brad
He's
Hand
not
is
having a
dog
good
shit.
year.
Oh
So
no, he
I
blew his last save before he got traded. That was
Oh,
it.
okay.
I think Brad Hand's dog shit.
Makes just as
I
much
mean,
this
sense.
was the
think
beginning of
he's
the
there. I
end
think he's there.
for the Nationals.
talk
I
about
think
that.
it's a
We'll get
good
to it.
trade for them.
Fire sale.
Good trade for the National. I don't know anything about
Agreed.
Riley Adams, but
I mean, they signed to a 1-year deal. It was to compete. They're not competing. Get rid of them. They got a nice
Exactly.
catching piece.
you get cut the
You get
depth. Like,
something, yeah. You get
Which they'll
something.
need when we get to that trade.
yes.
Yeah, they won't
All
need it
right.
anymore.
Cesar Hernandez went
I
from the
wasn't
Indians
really
to the White
expecting this
Sox,
one.
and in return, Connor Plinkington went back to the Indians. Can you let me say the trade for our beautiful listeners before you fucking jump on your reaction?
Just mute Max.
I
Who's
honestly
ho-
forgot
who's
this.
host now?
I forgot this even happened.
Max
Honestly.
is because he joined back.
Fuck.
I honestly forgot this trade even happened.
Good trade for the White Sox. Next.
Yeah.
It's a good trade for the White
It's
Sox.
a good trade for both, to be honest. Hernandez was
honestly
on the
don't know
last year of his
Plinkington.
deal, and they have so many middle infielders anyway.
That's
let
true.
let Jimenez and Rosario play up the middle and just start to establish that again.
That's true. I like that. Smart. Yeah. Ryan
Good trade for the White
Tepera,
Sox.
the fucking MVP candidate. Ryan Tepera went from the Chicago Cubs to the South Side. In return, the Cubs got Bailey Horn.
Is there some collusion in Chicago?
Well, they play each other this fucking weekend too.
Yes, they do. It's actually Sunday Night Baseball. this weekend.
Is it?
Is it in Wrigley or?
I don't know.
That'd be wild if it is.
Good trade.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know Bailey Horn, honestly.
It's got to be worth
But,
something above
yeah.
average.
So I'd imagine it's probably a pretty good trade for both sides.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We don't know enough about either of these guys to really give a grade. Wrigley's Bailey Horn.
I mean,
Right.
the trade serves its purpose. It's like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
need that length in the bullpen.
Diego Castillo went from the Rays to the Mariners. In return, the Mariners gave the Rays JT Chargois and Austin
Yes.
Shenton.
yeah, I don't get this trade from both sides. I mean, I get it from the
Mariners
Mariners
needed a
side.
fucking closer.
Yeah, I could get it from the
They-
Mariners.
They made a panic move. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because you get more control of Castillo. This is their whole
Well,
logic behind it. You
yeah,
get control of Castillo,
control.
and Graven was a free agent this year. You could have
Exactly.
just gave Graven an extension. I don't know. They
Yeah.
don't know what they're doing over there.
It's
The Rays, I don't
weird
get it.
trade though. Yeah.
The Rays.
Like why would they part with him?
I lagged out before. Did we talk about them asking if the GMs? Because I'm pretty sure this is their only trade that they made. So besides the Graven one, did we talk about the GM's phone being dead?
Oh, we
The
didn't.
photo, no.
That was rough. Well, that report is a savage. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
that was
savage. I mean, he's not wrong. I mean,
Took that one on the chin.
you have a
His answer
prime
wasn't terrible
opportunity.
thow. He actually answered it pretty well.
yeah.
I mean,
What do you say? Like, just didn't see a
Let
fit.
me. Yeah, he's just like we tried. We had our options. We tried, but we just
Yeah, they
didn't see
reach out to other teams and stuff.
pretty much what they were asking. We didn't really want to give up,
Yeah.
but we
There you go.
made option. We made offers. They said no, and we'll just see where we are pretty much next year at this point.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see them make one impact move just to show to like the team and the fans that like
Fan
Mhm.
base,
they're
yeah.
kind of serious.
Who are they moving, Macca? We all know the answer is.
Taylor Trammell,
There it is.
exactly.
He's
They
gonna
could have
be-
easily moved him.
He's gonna
They-
have
they
like a
could-
Julio Franco career. He's gonna play until he's like 45 and be on every single team. Just because
I
he's
just-
been off such a weird start.
They should have tried to add like another big, like a bat or an arm, just to like
They needed a
show
second
the
baseman.
clubhouse.
Whit Merrifield didn't get moved, did he?
No.
No,
That was that was the name
They-
I was missing.
They were linked to him like for a week.
yeah,
Yeah,
the Royals
yeah.
aren't going to trade him. He's like the face
Why?
of the franchise right now.
They would need to be blown away for that.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he still has a couple of years of control. or
Oh, he's
no?
got 2, right? 2 or 3.
So
Because
yeah.
he just signed
Yeah.
an extension.
All right, let's move on from that. And Danny Duffy, speaking of the Royals, Danny Duffy went went to the
that segue.
Dodgers for thank you, Mike. For a player to be named later.
I think they're gonna
Um,
be like getting 2 players to be named there actually.
Is it 2 in this one? I know it's
For
2 in the other one.
I think it's 2 in this one, I think.
Okay.
But either way, with the way that the Dodgers develop talent, shouldn't be some scrub. It should be a guy who can make an impact down the road.
I mean, it's a good trade for the Dodgers. They need
It could be somebody they got in the
depth.
draft this year.
Yeah.
Also, because that's what
Yeah,
they
that's
usually
true.
do with players we name later.
Dodgers needed pitching
Yeah,
depth.
common.
They got it. That's all you could.
Yeah,
Duffy said he'll be ready to pitch in about 4 weeks, I think he said.
What?
I think Duffy said he'll be ready to go in about 4 weeks because he is injured.
Yeah, I saw something about him being like a super reliever. So
They need to get Urias some rest because he's pitched significantly more than he's ever pitched in his entire career. So.
Very true. He's been around for fucking ever already. You want to give the fucking Royal legend 70-year-old Danny Duffy a rating?
You don't know what the return is yet, so I mean.
No,
It's
I
good
mean like
for
the Dodgers.
It's a good pickup for the Dodgers.
I'll just
you
go
get somebody who's going to eat
6.5.
innings.
Yeah, you get a guy.
You get an
You
innings
get a
eater.
guy who gives you some
The
innings.
guy's having a good year. Yeah.
Even if he gives up 5, they're going to score fucking 12, so it doesn't matter.
All right, and now we're getting into the big ones. This is the last. I think we're getting into the big ones.
There's like 1 or 2 more, I think, maybe.
Anthony Rizzo goes to the New
This
York
trade
Yankees.
was fucking crazy.
In return, the Cubs acquire Kevin Alcantara and Alexander Vizcaíno.
Yeah, this trade was nuts. This came out of nowhere. This is one of those trades that Cashman saw the Red Sox link to Rizzo, and he just fucking.
He said, "Fuck you guys."
He's like, yeah, we
Yeah.
have better prospects.
Brucey's time to shine.
Yeah, I think. I mean, as of right, I mean, it's a phenomenal trade for the Yankees and the Cubs.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Really good trade for
I
both
mean,
sides.
It's paying off for the Yankees already.
I mean, yeah, the Gallo trade I
Very
wasn't
much
huge
so.
on because I don't like. I mean, I like Gallo as a player. I just don't think he fits the Yankees because the Yankees have enough of his style
Swing
of
and
play.
miss.
But Rizzo
Yeah.
is fucking incredible, dude. He doesn't strike out a lot. Will put the ball in play when he has to. Hits power, elite defense, a veteran leader. Has been there, done that.
Smart base
then-
runner.
Yeah, and then the Cubs get a really good arm. And this guy, Alcantara, I don't know a ton about, but
He's
I mean,
what,
you
low
never
A-ball
know.
guy? Or
Yeah,
A-ball
he's
guy?
easy on.
yeah, Yankees have a ton of outfielders. So it's,
And again, the Cubs are paying the remainder of Rizzo's deal for this year.
yeah,
Keeping the Yankees under the luxury tax, something they've been very conscious about.
Yeah.
And the fact they
Great
can
trade.
have Gallo and Rizzo and stay under the tax,
Mhm.
fantastic.
yeah,
Brian Cashman gets an A for this deadline for me.
yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt.
It's funny because like Maka wasn't surprised when he was surprised when they got Rizzo. Wasn't surprised when they got Gallo, but he was the most surprised when the Mets got Rich Hill. It's like the most
Dude.
surprised he was for any trade.
We were
Because
all
the
just like, what the
Rays-
fuck? Yeah.
Because the Rays, they don't make. I don't get it. I don't even want to get into it.
The
Like I still
Rays are
think-
interesting this deadline.
Hopefully
They're
the
always
Rays do the next
interesting.
trade. That'd be cool.
The
Another
Rays
good
are
segue by me.
We're very interesting this deadline, that's for sure.
And they keep winning.
But overall, this is a great trade. Both
Oh yeah,
sides.
phenomenal.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous.
They get a
trade.
lefty bat who can actually get on base.
Dude, I mean,
Exactly.
the guy, these
And they
3
have
games
go
in Miami.
defense
I
at
mean,
first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just surprised that the Yankees didn't flip Voit.
yeah, that was
Shocked
interesting.
by that.
Probably because
Like-
of the injury and people didn't want to pay what
Yeah.
the
No,
Yankees
I
are probably
think
asking for.
People
They're
are
probably
interested.
asking a little higher than
I agree.
normal.
Yeah, I mean,
Because he did lead the majors in home runs last season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's a good header. Like, I think he's proven that
It'd
when
be
he
an AL
plays,
team
he's
anyway.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was looking.
I mean, yeah, but I guess you can never have enough depth. Like, it's not like Rizzo's a long term. I mean, he might be if he fucking rakes. His hand might be forced to
That'd be
get an
funny.
extension. But
All the Cubs return back to Chicago next year.
I had that same thought.
I think one of them definitely.
Hobby said he might.
I
I
could see
think
one of them.
I'm surprised the Cubs even dealt with the Yankees this year after what happened with the Chapman trade.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean,
Maybe they just
those
did it
guys
right
ain't
back.
coming back. So
And maybe they just did it right back right here. Who knows?
Yeah. You
I
never
don't know
know.
what they'll turn
Yeah,
into.
this kid Vizcaíno's got a sick fastball
You
change.
have
Yeah.
that last name, you're gonna throw fucking hundreds.
All right.
Isn't the other one in the Yankee system too?
What, Medina,
he's in the-
Hill?
No,
They both
Vizcaíno.
And
No,
the
he's in the
rumor
Met
was that
system, right?
Clark Schmidt was going
The
to be part
Mets
of one
do
of
have a
these two moves.
Vizcaíno, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was the one that used to be on the Braves. He also throws like a
Oh, yeah.
Adronis Vizcaíno.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Ratings? 10?
Solid.
I'll say,
He can't
I'll
give
say,
it a 10.
I'll say a 9 for both.
I'll go 10 for both. Max, did you say?
I'll say about 9.
Okay. And then following that up, as we were saying that the Red Sox were linked to Rizzo, they flipped and went for Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber went from the Nationals to the Boston Red Sox. In return, the Nationals acquired Aldo Ramirez.
Okay.
I mean, the Red Sox had to do something. They had to do something just to yeah.
Schwarber's still hurt, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Schwarber's still hurt.
Yeah.
But they had to do something. I don't know where he's going to fit in.
Apparently, they were talking about putting him at first base.
First base, yeah.
I don't think he's ever played first base.
He's played one
Dahlbeck's
game
been
at first base. Yeah,
Dahlbeck's
Dahlbeck's
been
hitting
in
like
and out.
180.
It's been Christian Arroyo playing mostly first base, and Christian Arroyo got hurt.
It's a good trade.
They
I
actually
mean,
ended up trading Chavis too, who played first base.
yeah, he's been terrible too. It's a good trade. I mean, their offense is ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous.
And they got the Red Sox number 19 prospect in return. So,
Good enough. Nationals need a retool,
yeah, exactly.
and their farm system's shot too, so they need as much as they can get.
Mhm.
Not anymore.
Well, no, I'm saying
We'll get there. We'll get there. Easy.
You want to give it a rating?
I'll give it like a 7 for both.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the.
Or for Schwarber going to
I
the
mean,
Red Sox?
It's another bat that's gonna hit. Like, they probably should have went for a pitcher. You know,
Yeah, they're just gonna go the outside.
I mean, listen, 25 homers in 72 games. You get what you looking at what you get in there. He's power bat, guy's gonna drive and runs.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's something that this team does regularly.
Mhm.
Trying to keep pace with the way the Yankees were, I think.
All
That was
right.
more of like a response panic move
Exactly.
to the Rizzo deal.
Yeah, because it was only like a couple hours after.
Yeah, if that.
Heading out west, the Padres acquired Daniel Hudson.
This happened at like midnight.
Yeah, literally. From the Nationals, and in return, the Nationals acquired Mason Thompson and Jordan Barley.
It's a great move for both sides.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with adding good bullpen pieces.
honestly, I didn't even know Daniel Hudson was still fucking playing. So
Listen, they got Mason Thompson, who's the ninth best prospect in a deep Padres system, so he automatically makes that system a lot better.
yeah,
I'm very
probably.
surprised they got a guy that high for Daniel Hudson.
Hudson's been good, man. Underrated good.
Yeah, look at that. I fucked up.
Jordy Thompson, nice.
Yeah,
He probably exists. He's probably a player.
Tom Passon, no, Tom
Thompson.
Thompson.
That's a fucking dope name right there. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know
Nationals
the
rebuild him.
next two trades on the list, so we're gonna fucking skip them.
You don't
Sean,
know if
yeah, Rays acquire Sean Armstrong from the Orioles.
Here's the thing: like, if you're the Orioles, why the fuck are you even making a deal with the Rays to ask for a fucking pitcher?
What they get?
Cash considerations.
All right, they needed money.
Like, but I'm sorry, if the Rays call you and ask
Okay.
you about a pitcher, you hang up the phone right away.
Why?
Especially in division, like they churn out pitchers like it's nobody's business.
Anybody that goes to the Rays, I mean, their bullpen is guys that just throw 100. When the Yankees faced them last week, this guy came out of the pen chucking 99. Like, what the fuck is this guy? It's ridiculous what they do to pitching.
They either throw
Yeah.
100 or throw frisbees up there.
By
Literally.
the way, Billy, the catcher that the Phillies were sending to the Pirates in that trade,
Mhm.
did end up going to the Pirates. Abraham Gutierrez.
Yeah, there you go. That was his name.
Yep, went to the Pirates for Braden Ogle.
Yeah, I was just reading that one actually, but yeah, that's the next trade actually on the list.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. All right, for relevant, next trade would be not that one.
Well, yeah, it's
still relevant.
Yeah. Adam Duvall goes back to the Braves from the Marlins, and the Marlins in return get Alex Jackson, former top prospect.
We should skip over Daniel Norris too.
Yeah, I don't think I have that.
All
You
right.
don't need to go for
Daniel Norris.
irrelevant
He hasn't
trades
been
like
good in
that.
years.
Daniel Norris to the Brewers, by the way, but
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, there you go.
there we go. But I was looking at the list, and I'm like,
So if you see, I have it listed as Brewers 1, so that's why I didn't know which one it was.
Gotcha. We'll go back to we can go back to this one, but
No, we'll just go on this.
Yeah,
Daniel Norris goes to the Brewers. In return, the Tigers acquire Reese Olson. No idea about him. Daniel Norris is kind of cheeks.
Yeah, it's another lefty that they could use over the phone.
Yeah, and they'll probably fucking
expiring contract.
They'll probably fucking
pitching depth.
They'll do something with him, and he'll be like fucking the next Josh Hader. So
yeah, it's a debt move, and he's an expiring deal. They got some Tigers got something out of him.
All right, no,
oh,
jumping around.
You know,
yeah, I mean,
we've all going back to the Braves.
They need outfield bats. Just surprised.
Yeah,
surprised it took them this long to do it. Honestly.
Yeah,
well, we'll get to the other 15 they added later.
Howard Bat, good defender. Marlins need a catcher. Good. Next.
They literally have no outfielders. It's kind of it.
Wait, do I have this? Yeah, I do. All right, this one a lot of people questioned.
Stupid.
It's a weird one, man.
Phil Maton, however the fuck you say his name.
Hey.
There's no such thing as Nick Maton. It's only Phil. Phil's all the way around. Goes to the Astros, and in return, the Indians acquire Miles Straw.
Kind of stupid.
This was interesting. Good trade for the Indians.
Yeah, good trade.
Fucking fantastic trade for the Indians.
For the Astros.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the Astros are doing, but
they have nobody to play center field.
Bad trade,
Yeah.
Desperate trade. Not
exactly.
good.
Dude, it's not like Phil Maton's like a stud reliever either.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's that piece. I give us a 2 for the Astros, 9 for the Indians.
I don't think Straw's that good.
No,
they got significantly more than they should have.
I guess Straw's all speed. That's what he is.
Speed and defense, which is what you
speed
really want.
In that ballpark too.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. You shouldn't be.
I think it's just an all-around weird trade.
I mean, he's a relatively young player, so it's great for the Indians to have like a guy who could actually patrol center field out there.
And will be there for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Indians get an outfielder, and they always need those for whatever reason. And then
that is true.
Fucking Astros get another bullpen. So.
All right. John Curtis going to the Brewers from the Marlins. In return, the Marlins acquire
another catcher,
Peyton Henry. Yeah,
another catcher. They get a
good move for the Brewers.
Yeah, I mean, he was with the Rays last year.
Yep.
Goes to the Marlins. I think he was. Who was he originally with? Was he originally with the Marlins, Curtis, before the Rays?
So. The Rays.
Yes.
I think so.
No, before the Rays.
Before the Rays. I think he was a Marlins.
From the Marlins.
And then he went to the Rays, and now he's back in the Marlins, and now he's going to the Brewers.
Yep.
This guy, and I mean, he goes to the Super Bowl pens apparently. So good trade for the Brewers.
Yeah.
Another depth piece. Somebody who's been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, way to get another arm just to take a little load off of Williams and Hader.
Mm-hmm. And then the next trade I did not make an edit for, it was Tony Watson going to the Giants. Apparently he was with the Angels. Honestly, I had no idea he wasn't on the Giants.
The Giants the entire year. Honestly.
But he's on the Pirates still.
Oh, Mike, you're living in 2017 then, buddy.
I was
Phillies at one point.
very confused. Yeah, that's right.
I forgot he was even in the league, honestly.
Yeah,
so
he went back home, so it's fine.
Yeah, went back where he belongs. Yeah, I didn't do it. Did I do the next one either? No, I didn't do the next one either because this is pretty irrelevant. Freddie Galvis went back to the Phillies. Awesome.
Fucking weird, man. Yeah.
They need some defense. And Freddie Galvis can pick it.
Padres acquired Jake Marisnick.
Nice.
I did this one.
Who could use Jake Marisnick? He's the Astros.
That is true.
Right.
I did this one because Eddie Rosario goes to the Braves, and the Braves loaded up on outfield pieces. And going back to the Indians, they got pinch hitter Pablo Sandoval.
That stuff's really funny.
The Panda. So no more Panda hugs, no more Homer Panda hugs for the Braves. He was also, I think he's been hitless since like June or something, right?
What the fuck?
Sounds like my little league career.
He's been hitless for a long time now.
And me making content.
Because like his first 4 pinch hit hits were home runs all in April. And then I think he only has like 3 hits since then or something like that. It's insane. So yeah. Braves doing what they were doing the whole time. Just getting outfielders. Joaquin Soria goes to the Blue Jays from the Diamondbacks, and the Diamondbacks in return get 2 players to be named later. This is what had 2 players to be named later, Max.
Yeah, this one did, yeah.
Blue Jays needed bullpen help. That's really it,
More
right?
arms. Yep.
Yeah. I actually did the next one. Actually, I did this one on purpose because I know Max would have loved it.
I was watching the game tonight too, and Hansel Robles was in when I turned.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, he did actually get moved. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Red Sox acquire Hansel Robles and cash from the Twins. And the Twins got Alex Scherf. What a name.
Did he get traded like super late then?
He got
It was one of those. That was one of those deals that trickled in after 4.
Trickled in, okay, because I stopped watching it like 4:35, and I was like, all right, I'm good. Like I'll see whatever's left over.
Yeah. We already went over that one.
Bullpen help. It's been good ever since he left New York. So.
And then the Braves acquire Richard Rodriguez from the Pirates, and in return they got Bryce Wilson and Ricky DeVito. Bryce Wilson is a major league arm too. Throws hard.
That's a baseball name, Ricky DeVito.
Is it?
Definitely a baseball name. No, it's a guy who's slinging hoagies in downtown Philly.
So
he's on the other side of it.
This was the Braves trade deadline, man. They just acquired, they wanted bullpen help. They got it. And they got the outfielders. That was really it. I like this return for the Pirates though a lot.
Yeah.
Bryce Wilson has a ton of potential. So
as long as he's not facing the Mets.
Yeah, apparently.
Does he have like a 7-something ERA against the Mets?
I don't know exactly what it is, but it is high. Yes. So yes.
Yeah. Wish he would have stayed in division.
Yeah. I don't have this one here. I did do it though. It's just not here. J Happ, former Yankee, goes to the from the Twins to the Cardinals, and in return, the Twins acquired John Gant and Evan Sisk.
Dude, again, one of those were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Yankee legend J Happ.
And now J Happ is the hardest throwing starter on the Cardinals. Pretty amazing because he maxes out at what, 92?
Well,
90, I think.
Mikolas and Flaherty are not healthy right now.
I mean, Wade LeBlanc is topping out at like 87.
Yeah, 87, right?
Yeah. I mean, and they also they had another guy who only tops out at 89, and John Lester in a later trade.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a weird deal.
Well, that's actually the next trade. I don't know if I had. Yes, I do. John Lester goes to the Cardinals, and in return, the Nationals acquired Lane Thomas.
I feel like Lane Thomas has been traded like 17 times. Like I've seen his name in every deadline, every offseason. He's getting moved for some small piece.
Really? I thought he was always.
He's never been traded.
Never even heard of him.
Yeah, he's only ever been with the Cardinals.
Well, who the hell am I thinking of?
I don't know. Maybe Thomas Lane. Maybe that's a guy.
Probably not. No.
Maybe you're pulling a little tibby right now. Yeah, Lane Thomas is kind of cheeks. He's a 4th outfielder at best. Speed guy. good defense. And John Lester is 90 years old. I don't really get why the Cardinals got him, but
They just like
they didn't give up much.
Listen,
lefties.
they need a bat, you know. They need a bat. They know he could hit fucking nukes. 4 of them. And it's good that they have Goldschmidt at first base, considering Lester can't throw to first base.
That's true. Next trade. Jorge Soler goes from the Kansas City Royals to the Atlanta Braves. And in return, the Royals acquire 𝒂𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈.
Good name.
Yeah.
The name. Yeah, this one trickled in late. The
Outfielders.
Braves completely redid their outfield.
Yeah.
And they improved big time, honestly. I think
They got 4 fucking outfielders this deadline.
they got, so it's Jock, Rosario.
I wasn't even talking about
Soler,
Duvall.
Duvall.
And,
Either way, it's
Yeah.
a hell of a 4.
that's somebody's
Rosario.
Yeah, Rosario, Soler, Peterson, Duvall. It's a hell of a 4
Yeah.
outfielders.
somebody's out of place, which is interesting.
They got rid of the 𝒂𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈.
Did they? DFA?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
DFA'd
DFA.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's fucking trash. He can only play against the Mets.
Watch, he'll be a future Marlin.
Probably.
Add insult to injury there. But
So
listen,
next,
I like this move for the Braves.
yeah, sure. I mean,
Is he a
Soler's
free
hitting
agent this year?
I'm
Soler,
not
yeah.
sure. I know he's hitting like 200 flat. So
I think this would have been a better move if he had
And-
another year left.
I think he has more than half of his home runs have come in the last month. So they bought
he's
a
like-
hotter bat.
Yeah.
He's a bench bat, I guess.
He is.
Over in
Yeah.
6 of his last 10, I think.
Like if he had another year of control, maybe there's a DH next year, a little resurgence.
Yeah. Besides that, I
Braves
mean,
aren't doing anything anyway.
he does. Yeah, he doesn't bring defense to the table or anything. So, the next one I actually also don't have. I deleted it. So, Yankees acquire Andrew Heaney from the Angels for Jansen Junk and
What a
Elvis
name.
Peguero.
I don't know about the
Jansen
other guy, but I know Junk is having a really good year. But I think he was another guy that they wouldn't be able to protect. So I might as well get rid of him.
Yeah, he was. That's what it says right here. So, good call, Mac.
Thanks.
Heaney is kind of cheeks.
Yeah, I mean, you get some pitching depth. Got decent stuff. Under the hood numbers are pretty good. Whatever. You need innings, so
That is very true. And then next we got the relatively big trade in numbers wise anyway. The A's acquire Josh Harrison and Yan Gomes from the Nationals, and in return they got Richard Gauch, Drew Milas, and Seth Schumann.
Billy,
it's
you're
an
doing a
underrated trade.
fantastic job with the names, by the way.
I'm trying my best,
underrated
man.
trade for the A's.
Phonetics.
Harrison has been good. Plays everywhere.
Yeah.
Yan Gomes.
Harrison has had a
backup
very
catcher.
underrated year, actually. Harrison's having a
Yeah.
very good year.
I think this is a sneaky good trade.
I agree. We know Josh Harrison plays almost everywhere on the fucking field.
Gomes
On
homer
Gomes,
today.
did he?
Mhm.
Yeah. He had
I
a
mean,
single too.
Good compliment, good backup to Murphy.
I mean, there's
so-
nothing like major league depth, right?
And again,
you don't
these
want
are-
a pile of weight on your bench, right? You want
These are
major
also
league guys.
2 guys who have won a World Series in the last 3 years. You know, you get Braves
Yeah,
playoff
major
experience,
league
World Series experience.
Veterans
Mhm.
that know what they're doing.
Oh, we lost Mike again. Didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. No, listen, it's a good trade, and it sticks with the A's. Not really paying much, but improving their money ball scheme. I like it.
I deleted
it's
this
a-
next one too. Oh. Ooh.
Chair breaking, dude.
Nope. I leaned back a little too far and I went like that.
Don't hurt your back, please.
Don't tell me what to do. Yeah, the next one I don't have. It's Kyle Gibson and Ian Kennedy.
So this one was weird, man.
Oh, and Hans Kraus and
Yep.
cash from the Rangers for Spencer Howard, Kevin Gowdy, and Josh Jessner. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
we talked about this in the group chat, and like Kyle Gibson does not have good underlying numbers. Like on paper, his numbers look good. Same thing with Ian Kennedy. Like they both look good on paper, but I mean, you're going from one of the best pitchers' ballparks, and now you're going to the best hitters' ballpark. So how is that going to affect them? They needed to do this trade, though. I mean, obviously, we all know the Phillies needed to get pitching, and they got a starter and a reliever, guy who was leading the MLB in saves at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still is. I don't think so, but
I think the biggest thing is that the Rangers grabbing Spencer Howard in this deal because
yeah,
now you're
crazy.
looking at a rotation down the road. It's going to have Leiter and Howard leading the way, and that's going to be fucking filthy.
Yeah, in their newly pitchers ballpark. So
it's going to be fantastic to watch. They're going to be fun down the road.
As long as they do the right things with Howard and figure him out, yeah, definitely. Because Phillies gave up on him very quick.
Yeah, really quickly.
Yeah,
I think Gowdy's got some good stuff too. I've heard of him before. I think.
All right.
I feel like I might be wrong, but I went with the Giants at one point. I don't know.
Another north side, south side, Chicago
That's
trade.
2, right? It's 2 in 2 days, right?
Yes.
And did they only do like 2 in like the last 2 years?
Something like
Before
that.
Yeah.
So the Cubs send Craig Kimbrell to the White Sox, and in return, they got Nick Madrigal and Cody Hoyer. So, what? Why are you shaking your head?
It still blows my mind that that's how you pronounce his name.
Right?
It looks like Hoyer.
Macca, did you know that?
What?
Macca's fucking zoned out. I don't know why he's looking here.
Do you know how to say this name right here?
Cody Hoyer?
So he knew Max.
He knew, yeah. I guess I'm just a retard.
No, I didn't know either. I found out on MLB Network.
If you watch baseball, Max, then you would know.
Sorry, I worked 2 jobs.
So it is it's a great fucking trade for both sides. I mean,
Yeah,
White Sox get Kimbrell for another 2 years, right? After this?
No,
just next year.
No, it's just next year.
Yeah.
No, I think he's done after this year, I thought.
No, he's not.
No, next year.
Next year.
He has at least
Next
one
year.
more year, definitely. Anyway,
Madrigal just
dude, you think that they fucking traded away Cody Hoyer and Nick Madrigal for 2 months of fucking Craig Kimbrell?
Either way, they traded away Madrigal and Hoyer. It's fucking unreal.
Madrigal will not be back until at least June of next year.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah, dude, he got fucking.
I know he's out that for a fucking year. Wow.
He tore his ACL.
Oh
Yeah.
I forgot.
He fucking tore that shit in half.
Yeah.
And he got surgery. Like what? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, maybe now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done for the year. Like he's done for a long
5
time.
years of 4 or 5 years of Madrigal.
Yeah,
exactly. The same for Hoyer.
Yeah.
He's got filthy stuff. If he could just balance it.
Yeah, Hoyer could be, the next closer and for the Cubs, and Madrigal, is we had him on our fantasy team. He heated up towards the injury. That kid it felt like he was getting at least 2 hits a day. He was really getting hot. The kid also has the highest contact rate in the MLB, and by David Fletcher, who had the highest contact rate for the prior 3 years. Madrigal had like a 97% or whatever the fuck it was. Insane. So, great trade. Both sides. Another big trade. Jose Barrios goes from the Twins to the Blue Jays. In return, the Twins acquire Austin Martin and Simeon Woods Richardson. Austin Martin is the 19th overall prospect in baseball, and Simeon Woods Richardson is the 68th overall prospect in baseball.
Woods Richardson is also the second Olympian that the Twins have acquired recently.
Who's the other?
Joe Ryan.
I don't know who that is. Irrelevant.
I was watching him pitch against Israel. Dude's got filthy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, U.S. and Israel played?
Yeah, it was not good for Israel.
Let's go, baby. USA. USA. USA.
But
They're facing
Israel fucking to avoid elimination, Israel beat the shit out of Mexico.
It's Mexico.
Beat them
dude,
12-5.
USA is playing Japan this morning.
Yeah.
Or 6 a.m. against
And
Tanaka,
Tanaka,
baby.
yep.
Todd Frazier's going deep, baby. So I personally think that the Twins fucking robbed the Blue Jays blind.
Oh my god. Blind.
Austin Martin is going to be an absolute stud. Simeon Woods Richardson is going to be an absolute stud. Jose Barrios is a 3-starter on most teams.
Just the fact that someone actually met this asking price is absurd to me.
Yeah, I was wondering why the Yankees weren't
And now you
going
know.
after Barrios, and now I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, same thing with the Mets. I know.
What would the Yankees equivalent be to this? It's like
What is Martin and Woods in there?
Woods 2 and
2 and 4.
Okay, so
5, I think 2 and 4. Yeah.
it would be Volpe and like Luis Hill or Luis Medina.
The fact that anyone met this asking price is ridiculous.
I mean, you're talking about the 19th and 68th overall prospect in baseball.
Yeah,
those are
2 top 100s, guys.
Yeah.
Shit, it might even been Dominguez in this deal with the Yankees.
That's true.
Probably
the
3.
The Blue Jays got better in the immediate sense, and Twins got better down the road. Now, Twins obviously, they want to compete next year because they had a team, they have a core that can do it.
Yeah.
They kept Kepler. They didn't trade Buxton. 2 guys whose names floated around trade talks, and they got better down the road too. If you look at it with this trade, and a couple of the other moves that they made, just smaller deals that will help them depth wise.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's gonna be a stud.
It's a decent deal for the Jays for now.
For now.
The thing about Barrios is that his underlying numbers aren't really good, and he's never really been good in the playoffs.
That's
you
true.
always face the Yankees.
What do you think he's going to do multiple times a season, though?
Yeah, that's true. He'll get more practice.
Exactly.
Which is weird. He should dominate the Yankees with his curveball, but
that is
the key piece in this is Austin Martin. It's stupid because they also have Royce Lewis too. So Royce Lewis is going to play short, and then they're going to just focus on Austin Martin to play the outfield.
Yeah, and now they have a center field piece in case they
Buxton leaves next year. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to New York, baby. Javier Baez and Trevor Williams go to New York Mets.
Can we mute Max now?
In exchange for Pete Crow Armstrong, the Mets' 5th overall prospect.
All right, Max, get it out of the way. Just go.
Well, let me say first, the Mets are in a window to win now. Armstrong has been up for years. You get a shortstop replacement who has the highest WAR in the Mets infield, so he's not as useless as Met fans seem to think. And you get a pitching depth. I mean, is it a great trade? No, but I mean they did something, so get over it.
So Mac, to your point about him having the highest WAR in the Mets infield, how many of those Mets infielders have played more than 50% of the games this year?
Okay, but Max, we're talking about a guy who has a 3 WAR.
Probably
nobody else.
Maybe you want to say more like 75%.
But either way,
than just Pete.
They've been riddled with injuries. So
but he has double, triple the WAR, so he obviously has value. So it's a stupid argument.
Yeah, Baez, if he runs into one.
Baez has value on every corner of the fucking baseball field. He does. Yeah. He's a 5-tool player, but yes, you're going to have a ton of strikeouts. He's not going to walk. He is a little overrated defensively.
He's good though, but
he's a good defender. But
look, as long as they don't bat him in the top of the order and take at bats away from other guys, then it's fine. He shouldn't be batting 4th. I don't know. I don't agree with that
right now because everybody's hurt.
Yeah, there's not really many options. And Mike Conforto is hitting, what is it, 081 over the last 2 weeks. So
103 over the last 3, I think. Yeah.
Wait, what? Games?
No, 3 weeks.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Biggest sample size.
Yeah, no, Billy's like 080 something over the last 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I think over the last 3.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Either way, he's hitting like shit.
Javi Baez also, you have to realize over his career, he's hitting like 350 on the first pitch. Dude swings at the first pitch almost every single fucking time.
I mean, he's
Um,
basically a 300 career hitter against lefties almost. So.
that is true. Also,
Kind of hurts the Mets actually. They
each
can't work
pitch-
pitchers now. With him and Jeff.
yeah,
I was
seriously.
gonna say, yeah, two of them.
Every
And VR.
pitch in the at bat that Baez gets, his average goes down. So
He's more likely to swing at it, especially if it's out 5 feet outside the zone.
But when he does get deep into counts, he like works it for like a
Yes.
decent amount.
Yeah, he'll foul.
he did
Hell
well
yeah,
with
he'll
that
work
yesterday,
pitches.
surprisingly. So
But
I don't know.
listen, giving up Pete Crow Armstrong is tough look because it's another guy that the Mets drafted out of high school, lefty outfielder that was supposed to be a 5-tool guy, similar to Kelenic.
Yeah, but Max, when is he gonna come up? He might not even be in a
Right,
World
that's the
Series.
thing.
2024.
Years when
Right, he'll be up.
2024,
He'll be up in a
2025.
couple of years. Yeah. Listen, don't get me wrong. Is it a good move for the Mets who are in a win now mode? Yes. From a win now mode standpoint, yes. Is it a good move for sustained success like Steve Cohen and Sandy Olson has talked about?
Literally fine.
Maybe. If they can get Baez on a cheap extension, maybe, or whatever, God knows what. It's just an interesting deal. It's one I didn't expect them to make. Because obviously, everyone was saying the Mets are linked to Bryant, Chris Bryant to the Mets, Chris Bryant to the Mets.
So my thing is that I personally think that minor league outfielders are a little expendable because there are so
fair.
many outfielders.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Crow Armstrong is really known for his defense mainly and his speed. He's not known for his bat all that much. He is not going to be a power hitter from their projections right now. He's, maxing out at 15 home runs at most, is what their projections are. So I think the Mets did fine
They
on this.
gave up one piece. They gave
Exactly.
up one thing.
Right. Looking at this from a numbers game, it's 2 for 1. It's a good deal.
We'll see what Baez does. I mean, that's really what it leans on. What does Baez do for the rest of the season?
And Williams is a major league arm. They optioned him to AAA.
Williams sucks. We don't have to address that.
Would you rather
Williams
have
is garbage.
Williams or Jared Eichhoff?
Neither. Corey
I'm
Oswald.
surprised Zach
even
Davies
close.
didn't get moved.
Zach Davies.
I don't know how he didn't get moved. I don't understand
He's
that.
a free agent at the end of the year too, right?
I mean, if he is, it doesn't make any sense. How does nobody?
He's
Yeah,
a
look at
he's
the
a
innings.
solid arm, a huge ground ball pitcher.
I mean, he'll give you more innings than I would think Trevor Williams would.
Yeah, he's a finesse guy and he gets it done.
Not saying much.
All right. Is that it for this, Max?
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing else. All right.
I said my piece on it. That's all.
Another Cub got traded. Chris Bryant went to the San Francisco Giants. Back to the Chicago Cubs. Alexander Canario and Caleb Killian.
Number 9 and number 30 on the Giants.
From the
top
Giants.
30.
Giants have a duty ass farm system though, don't they?
Yeah. So,
I think it's a
I'm
great move
amazed
for the Cubs.
They kept Bark, by the way.
There's some controversy
Mhm.
with it.
Why
I
was
think
it
it's a good move for
controversy?
the Cubs.
Well, just the multiple reports of who
Yeah, the
was getting
fake
moved.
reports, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not the first time someone fell for a fake report, especially this deadline.
I mean, Nightingale's a retard. So it's no.
Bob fell for a fake passing.
How does this guy have a job? I mean, I don't.
He's fucking giving out his sources, which is a direct text from Boris, falling for fake passings. Like, this guy's a clown.
Yeah. Well, Giants did well in this trade. Obviously, Chris Bryant was the hottest commodity on the trade market.
Yeah, they
Really.
needed another bat.
Big bat. He's a leader. He's a World Series winner. He play everywhere on the fucking field.
He's an MVP.
He's an MVP. He's a rookie of the year. He's handsome as hell.
Oh God!
Anything else?
So damn handsome.
I mean, the Giants. Yeah.
The Giants got better and better looking.
I think for the Cubs this is good because I didn't think they were going to trade him at the deadline, and they got rid of him 3 minutes before, and I think they're going to sign him back in the offseason.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just feel that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could see it. Definitely.
I can too.
It's not far from Vegas, so.
I think him and Rizzo will be back. Team-friendly deals. I think they'll do it.
I could see it.
We didn't say it already. Every single Cub that got traded
I was
hit a
just
home
about
run
Yes.
to mention
in
that.
their
Yep.
debut.
Yes.
Anthony
Just about to
Rizzo
say
is a
that.
beautiful man. Let me tell you.
Like I said earlier, he gets more Italian. Everybody's calling him Tony.
He's gonna get a standing
Tony
ovation
Rizzo.
tomorrow at Yankee Stadium after what he did
Mac,
in
you
Miami.
trying to go real quick?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going on Saturday.
His batting gloves are cool, by the way.
They were cool. Yeah.
I like those with the Chicago flag inspired.
I mean,
All right.
the thing is, all three of those guys have said that Chicago is where they grew up. But obviously, they were core pieces of the World Series team, and
Yeah, I mean they were all. Well, Rizzo wasn't drafted there, but
there's a Red Sox. Person, yeah,
he was a Padre.
Yep.
So
Crazy. Baez signed there. They're not free agent. Bryant drafted. Just the core of 2016 World Series team is just gone. With the only one being there is Contreras.
And Jake Arrieta.
Jason Hayward,
I'm talking
Kyle
about talented
Hendricks,
players. I'm talking about talented players. Okay,
Kyle Hendricks,
Hendricks,
A
yeah.
lot of talented guys I just named.
Addison Russell.
No.
We are
Final.
not touching that
I
one.
saved this one for last, obviously, because
Yeah.
everyone has the same thought process of fuck the Dodgers, and
Yes.
I mean,
What is this
Max
now?
Scherzer.
They're
Oh.
what? $70 million over the luxury tax now with this?
I think 80. I think they're at 290.
75,
aren't they?
Do I hear
Oh, are they?
90? 90?
I thought they were at 290. So the Los Angeles Dodgers acquired Max Scherzer and Trey Turner from the Washington Nationals, and the Washington Nationals acquired in return 𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈 Ruiz, Josiah Gray, Gerardo Carrillo, and Donovan Casey.
I mean,
Yeah,
Fuck the Dodgers.
win for both sides. Huge win for both sides.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, it's one thing to get Max Scherzer in a trade. Another thing to bundle him with Trey Turner.
It's
what the
genius.
fuck
It's
that?
genius because Trey Turner has another year. They're gonna kick Corey Seager to the curb. They don't want to pay him, and then they'll figure out the shortstop after that.
Here's my favorite part about this is that Trey Turner has said he doesn't want to stay on the West Coast that long.
That's true.
So
He does not want to sign a long-term deal on the West Coast, is what he said.
yes. Okay. Well,
He wants those taxes taken out, baby.
What was that?
Doesn't want the taxes taken out.
That's just as yeah. Don't blame him.
this is essentially a fuck the Dodgers trade where just piss off the entire fucking league.
Yeah.
Evil Empire West.
I mean, I'm not really mad at it. I mean, they run the organization the right way. Like, you got a chance to win,
doubt.
and you fucking do it.
Yeah, I mean, look at
But it's one of those
𝒂𝒅𝒊𝒏𝒈
things where they
Ruiz
were-
and Josiah Gray are premier prospects too. Like the Dodgers just fucking they do it all right. They do everything right. They do nothing wrong.
They're like the Tampa Bay Rays with money. That's what they are.
Literally, exactly.
Yeah.
They just
And
developed.
but here's where the issue comes into play. They were already over the luxury tax. And
Not
to
by
j-
much originally,
But just
yeah.
to blow it out of the water with this, just
Fuck it.
like
They gotta
Come
get
on.
out of the Bauer contract. That'll save them a ton of money, anyways.
yeah,
true.
Bauer's hearing keeps getting pushed back too, so he's gonna be
Yeah, he's
He's
done
done.
till
he's done for the year
till
at
September.
least. At
Oh, I thought it
minimum.
was just till September at least.
At minimum till September, yeah.
Yeah.
But I doubt he'll ever throw a pitch again. The Dodgers.
Nope. That's what I've been saying. I'll
No,
never.
why
I don't think
not?
I'll throw a pitch in baseball ever again.
Good shot of that.
Anywho,
No, great haul for the Nats though.
yeah,
Yeah.
great trade. I mean, wow.
Like
What
as
a
a Mets
fucking
fan, I
trade.
hate to see it because like the Nats got better down the road. But I have this strong hatred for the Dodgers that, obviously they got significantly better.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the day that Seager gets activated, they have Turner. They're bringing Turner, who's on the COVID IL, but
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. The Dodgers don't win a World Series with this team. I mean,
it's gonna make it
embarrassing.
so much sweeter.
It's kind of embarrassing. It really is.
It will make them failing so much sweeter.
We're gonna
So
win the division with that team.
They're not even. Yeah, they're not even. They might not even win the division with this.
Yeah. My favorite fact of the Max Scherzer trade is that although he, goes out to the West Coast, goes to Dodgers, he very, very wonderfully gets to pitch against the Mets twice, 2 more times. So that's fun. That'll be fun. I bet you he fucking no hits us one of those.
Oh, no doubt, 100%.
Really rough.
So 3 big names were not moved.
Yeah.
Byron Buxton, whose name floated around rather later on the deadline day. Didn't get moved after declining the Twins extension. John Gray, who initially was linked to just about any team that needed starting pitching, and the Rockies were willing to listen. The Rockies just said, no, we'll sign to a deal instead. And they haven't gotten anything done yet, but they're optimistic they'll get him something, at least a qualifying offer. And the big guy, Trevor Story, who everyone thought was for sure shit gone.
Should have been.
I mean, yeah, the haul. Looking at the returns on some of these guys, the haul they would have gotten for Story.
Dude, they could have easily gotten
overpaid. They would have overpaid in the trade.
Oh, the Rockies would have overpaid, yeah.
Okay, but if they would have traded him, they could have easily gotten 2 to 3 really good prospects. They could have done the same thing with Gray. They could have got 1 decent prospect probably. And they ended up keeping him. I don't.
Well, according to O'Dowd, the Rockies probably value the slot in the draft.
I think that's bullshit. I think that's bullshit.
So the Rockies GM is really big.
He's huge at drafting.
I think it's bullshit.
I think it was the AGM or head scout or whatever who drafted Arenado.
He's the head scout. Yeah.
He drafted Arenado Story.
Bro, there's no reason to keep a guy for 2 months on your team if you're not going to sign him back.
They're literally going to get 2 comp picks for it.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you just take the prospects now?
Because you can get 2
because
if
your GM
players in baseball.
If your GM has drafted Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story, I'll take a couple draft picks.
He also drafted Kyle Freeland.
I think John Gray also.
Probably.
So you're gonna take a bigger risk with draft picks.
No doubt it's a bigger risk.
How is it not? Do you know how they're gonna pan out?
Scouting.
You say the same thing with prospects, though.
You're scouting.
Yeah, but you have a better track record of prospects.
And all the way through college, you're scouting these kids for 4 to 5 plus years.
That doesn't mean that a kid from high school is going to come into the major leagues and light the world on fire.
But it's better than having partial knowledge of some slapdick prospect.
How is it, bro? If you're trading Trevor Story, you're not getting a slapdick.
Just in general,
you're getting a solid.
You're going to have more
team.
knowledge of a guy that's coming from high school and college because you're scouting them for significantly longer than guys that are already in the.
But your goal as a GM is to win in the shortest amount of time possible.
Yeah, but this is Colorado. That's not how that works.
Okay, well, I'm explaining to you how it should work. If you're a Rockies fan who wants to sit there while your team drafts and potentially misses to wait another 5 years, 6 years, then now you have a guy in Trevor Story who expected to be traded and he's sitting there. Like, why didn't I get traded? Now he's unhappy. And what is the point of keeping John Gray?
Picks, baby.
John Gray's been good, but
what is the point of keeping Germán Marquez? If you're not going to compete in the next 3 years,
I'll get moved next year probably because he's done it.
There's no fucking point. They're idiots. All of them.
I mean, what kind of haul do you think any of these guys are brought in? Top 10, top 5 guys?
Trevor Story has been one of the top 2 shortstops the last few seasons. You're telling me he wouldn't bring in at least 2 top prospects?
Well,
2 mid to top?
A Trevor Story and a John Gray trade would easily net 2 top 10 prospects. Easily.
Yeah.
From any organization.
The report I read was that the Rockies' asking price was so high that it wasn't coming down like it normally would in over the course of a deadline.
Yeah, they were staying firm.
They were staying firm on there, and I respect that. They knew what they have. They knew they have a top 3 shortstop in Trevor Story. They know they have a frontline starter in John Gray. They knew that these are guys that they can get top dollar for, and they're going to get top dollar for it. I respect that.
I mean, yeah, but even if you don't get a top 5 guy or top 10? What if you do like the Joey Gallo route and you
Mackie, you're
just get
selling
like
your Mackie, you're selling your PS5. You know that you can get $500 for bare minimum. You
just
want
completely cut me
700.
off?
No, but I'm just saying this is what I'm saying. You want at least 700. You want seven. Let's say your asking price is 750. You stay at 750 because you know people that's what it's worth. So you can get it for. Same situation. Granted, that's a PlayStation over a shortstop, but
Yeah, but I'm saying you also don't have to take the best prospect. You could take a bigger package because it's not just about getting the best guy. You also want to have got multiple guys to keep in your system to develop and add depth.
But they got a bigger package with Arenado. They also end up sending cash there, so they don't want to look stupid again.
Well, that was their fault for sending cash.
Again, they didn't want to look like idiots again, so they held firm on their asking price.
I think this should be.
Yeah, that's really that was story, at least in my eyes. Pretty clear cut. They knew what they wanted to get out of it, and they didn't get it. Apparently, the asking prices around baseball were sky high for some of these guys, as we could see.
I'm going to be following the Rockies draft pick very closely next year. In the next few years.
Yeah, round 3, pick 24, right?
Because if they don't hit huge on it, then
listen, for all we know, they might take Kumar Rocker with their first pick next year. Who the fuck knows?
they probably won't have first pick.
No, the
That's
Diamondbacks.
overall.
That team is disgustingly decrepit.
They've been playing better lately, or no?
What?
They've been scratching a couple more wins.
They're at 33 wins right now.
Yeah, scratching and clawing, getting their way to 40.
All right, craziest trade
record?
deadline ever. What?
For least wins in the season?
No idea. It's probably like 40. Something like that. It's in the 40s. Craziest trade deadline ever. I mean, I wasn't expecting this going into the week. I ended up making how many did I say, Max? 58 edits.
Yeah, something
from
like that.
Monday to Friday. So
dude, between you and Adam texting me that, like Adam's like, oh, I made 40 for the NHL free agency. He's like, oh, I made 40. I still have 30 to go. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You're like, oh, I made 58 edits over the course of the week. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I skipped a bunch too.
Yeah.
But crazy. I loved every second of it. That was great. Yeah.
Let's play a quick game of contender pretender.
Sure.
The trade deadline's passed. Real quick. I got 8 teams.
All right, hit it.
Let's start with the New York Mets.
Contender. What are they contending for, though? Playoffs or World Series? What's the question?
World Series. World Series contender.
No, this has got to be playoffs. That's so simple.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rest of the list. I have playoffs. Let's go playoffs.
All right, then.
I'm looking at the rest of the list, and I'm like, there's only one.
World Series pretender. Playoffs contender.
Mike?
Correct.
Naka?
Correct.
Next up, I got the Cincinnati Reds.
Contender.
Contender.
Can't tell if Mike's thinking or zoned out.
Pretender. Sorry, I'm watching horses wrong.
You said pretender?
Yeah, I don't think their bullpen's good enough. Even with the Michael Givens pickup and somebody else, whoever else they picked up.
Luis Cessa and Justin Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
Luis
great
Cessa,
bullpen.
real good guy.
And what'd you say, Maka?
What did I say? Contender?
Yeah.
Philadelphia Phillies.
Pretender.
Absolute pretender.
Frauds.
I mean, yeah, they suck.
Absolute frauds.
Atlanta Braves.
Pretender.
Pretender.
Move over to the AL, the Chicago White Sox.
World Series.
Look at them. I was going to say, let's look at them in the World Series sense.
Yeah, World Series.
That is World Series.
You think they got that much better?
I think they're the best team in the AL.
I mean, dude, how do I mean, look at their 1 through 3 in the rotation. Look
And
at their
Eloy back
bullpen.
now.
And imagine if they were fully healthy.
Yeah. They were missing what, four huge pieces. And fucking Jose Abreu just got knocked in the fucking head yesterday, 2 days ago.
And
Where
they
we
Ooh,
ju-
yeah,
they actually
we
traded-
didn't
they
talk
traded
about
one
that.
other.
I mean,
Yeah.
how do you
Tony
score
La
5
Russa
runs
losing
against
his
that team?
shit.
Yeah, right. I mean, they have the filthiest, easily the best bullpen in the fucking AL.
I mean, the game's over
Probably,
by the 6th inning.
probably, yeah.
Listen,
I
they
was
got
gonna
an
say,
MVP
probably
candidate in the back end.
probably the best fucking rotation in the AL. Actually, definitely the best rotation in the AL.
They do have best rotation.
Not even
It's not
close.
So the White Sox are the World Series
Crazy because they got swept by the
favorites
Yankees.
for you guys.
That's gonna suck. They're gonna play the Brewers and nobody's gonna watch it.
I will
White
watch
Sox
that.
Astros in 05.
I watched
All
that.
right, we got the New York Yankees.
Contender.
Yeah, they're a contender.
They can. If they're close enough. If their pitching figures can be consistent enough, they can do it.
Tyone's been solid.
Best team ERA in July. Started ERA in July.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Pretender.
Yeah,
Even with the barriers picking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they have enough.
Oakland Athletics.
Contender.
and
That's all I got. I had 8 teams.
Cool. Fantasy. We won 3 weeks in
Yeah?
a row now. Yeah.
beat some good teams, dude.
Yeah. It was cutting it close this week, but it was 7-6-1, I think. Yeah, 7-6-1. Yeah, our offense wasn't fantastic this week. We only hit 5 fucking home runs, so
That's it.
yeah. But our bullpen was fucking dynamite again. 5 holds, 2.37 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. So hard to beat.
You said we've won 3 in a row.
Won 3 in a row. Yeah,
Oh, it's called a winning streak, folks. It's happened before.
that's a great quote.
Don't let us get hot.
Next week we
Don't
play
let us get hot.
the Red Sox, boys. Pesky Pole
Ones.
podcast.
Pesky Paul, okay.
They are 7-6-2. I don't know what they are after this week.
Who do we beat this week?
Bree and Mag.
All right. All right.
So
Not bad. Thank God for Jesse Winker.
wow, only a few weeks left. There's only 5 weeks left in the regular season.
And are we in a playoff spot?
Well, yeah. I think only
Been in
like
the
2
playoff spot
teams.
for a while.
There's a 3-way tie for 3rd place in our division.
Yes, there is. Well, we just won, so now
Oh,
it
yeah,
depends what
true.
Real
Reverse.
Talk and Bleacher. Actually, let's see what they did. Real Talk and View from Bleachers. Real Talk won, and they played each other, and View from Bleachers lost, so tied.
Pretty
Who was in
nice.
2nd place? Oh, Max's best friend, Spears on the bench.
Who do we play next?
Next week we play the fucking Pesky Pole. I
Pesky
told you
Paul,
that.
okay. Yeah.
Tell them one more time.
I heard you say Beers on the bench. I'm
They're in
like, wait,
2nd
I
place.
thought we played
That's
them.
what I
I thought we
said.
played them later on. Okay, gotcha.
We play them in the final week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, gonna hurt now that we're done with. We don't have DeGrom for a month, so we need to
We gotta find a starter. Yeah.
find a start somehow.
Alex Manoah's been
He-
nice.
Yeah, he's been really good, but he was hurt, so that hurt too. But these fucking fuckers don't answer us, and they're not they're playing fucking Blue Jays and
Oh, dude,
fucking-
I forgot who
Steele.
it was. Someone, Blue Jays, the Blue Jays Day podcast. Someone said in the
that
group
was
chat.
they should be blue. Yeah, go on. You say it.
Someone said in the group
Whoa.
chat they just fucking drafted and dipped.
Yeah,
Who
and
the fuck
then
dropped Gio Urshela?
and then he said that they should be called Blue Jays yesterday or something.
Yeah.
Or last week, whatever.
Yeah.
Who dropped? I want to know who dropped Gio Urshela. It's fucking rude.
It doesn't say.
He's having a nice year.
Peterson.
Dropped from the view from the bleachers.
That's the Red
Dude,
Sox. Yep.
they fucking roll through players like no tomorrow.
What the fuck is that? What's
They're
wrong
Red
with
Sox
Gio?
too.
They're Red Sox. Yep.
There's fucking 4 Red Sox podcasts on this shit.
No, there should only be the 2.
Pesky Pole, Gone
Pesky Pole.
Bridge,
Oh, Gonbridge. That's the one I think.
View from the Bleachers, and then
Then I don't know if View from the Bleachers is actually.
anyway, Do we got anything else? No power rankings. Cool. Let's do it.
All right, just do it. I
Always
mean, unless
every
Mike has
pitcher-
matchups.
I
Oh
mean, I
yeah,
got a
do you have
bunch of shit,
matchups?
but
My bad. Forgot
yeah,
about that.
Mariners, Rays, because it implications for the wild card. Padres, A's, Astros, Dodgers, Yankees, Mariners, Mets, Phillies, Jays, Red Sox, Giants, Brewers, Bueller, McCullers, Carrasco, Thompson, Rodon, Hendricks, because Hendricks has actually pitched well. Stroman, Gibson, Manoah, Valdi, Webb, Burns. A sneaky one, Tyler McGill versus Ranger Suarez.
Yeah, they fucking decided to move Ranger Suarez into the fucking rotation.
Ranger Suarez 1.12 ERA, 0.87 WHIP, and 41 in the third innings.
He's been
He was
filthy.
their closer, yeah.
And then Descalfani, Woodruff on yeah. There was a lot of good stuff Friday, Saturday. That's about it. And then that's all I got.
By the way, real quick, something I just saw that we didn't talk about in the deadline, that the Padres that were finalizing the deal with Scherzer first. Scherzer first.
Yes.
And then the Dodgers decided to swoop right in and decided to pull off the trade of the year.
No, the deal fell through because of what?
Not sure. I know Scherzer wanted to go on the West Coast. There was a deal in place apparently with the Rays,
But he
but
denied it.
Scherzer didn't want to play in Tampa. Even though
Good for him.
yeah,
for him.
at least someone can avoid the trap.
Yeah, God bless. Good for him.
Alright,
Did not need to see
alright.
that
What,
maniac.
Two balls got lost in the fucking catwalk this week.
Good for him.
All right,
Last
that
thing I needed to
was
see was fucking him dominating the Yankees. Jeez.
Yeah.
At power ranks.
our rankings. I didn't write down number 10. Hang on.
All my better uses. You actually
All right, I'll start it off. Number 10, Yankees. Mike,
Mariners.
Macca.
Because
Fuck, Blue Jays.
Yankees. Yeah.
I can't say it. I can't do it.
Number 10, Yankees.
Number 9, I have the Oakland Athletics.
yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 8, I have the San Diego Padres.
Yep.
White Sox.
Number 7, I have the Boston Red Sox.
The White Sox.
Red Sox.
What?
Padres.
I have
There's
the
no
Red Sox
way.
at 7.
There's no way. Send me a picture right now. You have the Red Sox not in your top 5?
I have the Red Sox at 7.
I don't believe this. You send me a picture after. Number
I'll
6,
tell-
I have
yeah.
the White Sox.
I have the Red Sox at 6.
I have the White Sox at 6.
Red Sox 6.
I have the Rays at 5.
Yes.
The Brewers at 5.
Brewers.
The Brewers at 4.
Yes.
Great
Dodgers
list,
at-
Mike.
Dodgers at 4.
Try.
Rays 4.
Dodgers at 3.
Astros at 3.
Astros at 3.
Astros at 3.
Astros at 2.
Dodgers at 2.
Rays at
Dodgers
2.
2. Oh, oops. Dodgers 2.
We're just ready to get over with.
You actually have
Giants.
the Rays at 2 on your list?
I have the Rays at 2, yes.
Send me a picture of that shit right now.
A big sweep for the Red Sox this weekend. And the Giants at 1.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow. Cool. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Download. Give us 5 stars. Send Max a picture of your booty. He's a big dumpy fan. He likes the big dumpies.
Oh yeah, boys, we're gonna tell you, Billy and I came up with a 3 a.m. idea here. All
Oh,
season
jeez.
content's gonna be electric. Top 5 dump trucks in Major League Baseball.
I can tell you number 1.
Who's number 1?
Vladdy
You'll have
Jr.
to-
I mean,
You'll have to find out.
hey, listen, that's a good one, but not
Vladdy
number 1.
Jr. and that. What do you mean not number 1?
This
Well,
is summer content.
In
That's
terms
fine.
of active, yes. All time no.
Okay, active. It's Vladdy Jr. Aroldis Chapman's in there. Maybe
Why are we
like
talking about this?
if forget it. Yeah, we'll
We're gonna do
Not
most
on the
handsome
spot.
too.
Yeah. Most handsome, definitely.
Yeah.
oh,
These are not on the
jeez,
spot
you kidding
top
me?
5s. This is gonna be extensive research for these.
So
I can give you 5 right now. What?
we're gonna have a lot of good power rankings in the off season.
Mike Hendon, and Chris Bryant, right?
Oh
Chris Bryant's
shit! I
one.
forgot the tapper of the month. You guys got to give me your votes.
Mike
I
Hendon.
mean,
Winning again.
I'll have it for next week.
Mike
Oh, Mike.
Hendon.
Okay, so Mike, you won again. Congratulations.
You can give it to
Thank
me if you want to piss him off. But,
Piss you off.
If you
Ew,
show up,
look at you.
if you show up once in August, you got it. That's it.
well, it's August. and I'm
It's
here,
August
so-
right now.
No, again, you show up again. This is only
Oh.
it's only the first.
It's fucking easy. You kidding?
Yeah, Mac is one of those kids in college who just goes, "I'll show up to the first class of the month, and I'll see you next month."
I think I get home early next week from work, so it shouldn't be.
There
a
you go.
problem.
There we go. Quick roll call here. Check out all the other podcasts on the network. Tri-State Sports Beat. The boys were at Jets training camp actually this weekend. So Zach Wilson looked good, so you're gonna want to listen to them.
Unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. On the power play, I think they're switching to bi-weekly now, with things kind of cooling down. Still check out their stuff. From the tips, Brian and Rick. I know Brian was out golfing this weekend. Probably gonna talk
Same.
about how he ended up at the bar because of how bad his score was. The cut, my episode fell through, unfortunately. So still gotta work on that. And yeah, that's it. Check out all the podcasts on the network. Go to southsideprod.com, southsideprod.com. Check us all out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I think everybody else has YouTube too. Yeah, it's got YouTube. And
Link in the
yeah,
description.
there you go.
Follow us on all
Rate,
socials.
reviews. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, like, share,
Yep.
repost, slide into DMs. We
Yep.
answer.
Yep.
Maybe not Instagram,
Awesome.
but Twitter we answer.
What do you mean?
There's some DMs that were left unopened a couple times.
From who?
Usually spam accounts.
So why the fuck would I answer a spam account?
We get the notification.
And I'm not answering your friends.
I know. I have to
I
do that.
do. We get fucking spam accounts. We get those fucking fake accounts
Regularly.
every day.
Regularly, yeah. I know.
Every day. You like one
Anyway.
post on that account and you get a fucking spam account.
Anyway, follow on socials. Everything's at Take a Pitch. Buy merch. Buy a hat. $25 for a hat.
Get the pic.
Buy some merch. You get a tasteful picture. It's honestly become a legendary picture. Like for the people who have seen it, it's become legend.
It is.
It actually helped me sink a shot in beer pong this weekend. So
That's what it is. We got to get it blown up. Wallpaper.
I'm with it. When we get back to recording it all in person, I think it's the first thing we got to do.
Yeah.
Put it at the front of the table.
You work at Staples. Get a nice poster.
Hey, listen,
Not a bad idea.
make it work.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Peace.
Love you.